After 20 years, a New York City policeman on the beat walks up an avenue impressively. The time is almost 10 o'clock at night, and chilly gusts of wind with a taste of rain in them have kept most people indoors. He stops at doors as he walks along, trying each door to be sure that it is closed for the night. In the doorway of a darkened hardware store, a man stands in the shadows. As the policeman walks up to him, the man speaks up quickly.
"It's all right, officer. I'm just waiting for a friend." "Yes?" 20 years ago we agreed to meet here tonight." 20 years? That's a long time." "It sounds strange to you, doesn't it? I'll explain if you want to be sure that everything's all right." "Do that. I have all the time in the world." About 20 years ago there was a restaurant where this shop stands, Big Joe Brady's restaurant. "Until 5 years ago. It was torn down then."
The man in the doorway strikes a match and lights his cigar. The light shows a pale, square-jawed face with keen eyes and a little white scar near his right eyebrow. He wears a large diamond pin in his scarf.
20 years ago tonight I dined here at Big Joe Brady's with Jimmy Wells, my best chum, and the finest chap in the world. "Were you both from around here?" "Oh yes, he and I were raised right here in New York, just like two brothers, together. I was 18 and Jimmy was 20.
20 years previously, young Bob and Jimmy talk at Big Joe Brady's restaurant. Bob is heading out to Kansas City to work with his Uncle Louis and to make a success of himself.
"Are you sure that you don't want to head west with me, Jimmy? I'm telling you, we can make our fortunes out there." "I guess I'll stay right here in New York, Bob. To my mind, this is the only place on earth. I'll miss you, pal. And I'll miss you. Say, why don't we make an appointment to meet each other again?" "What do you mean?" "Let's meet up again years from now, when we'll have our destinies worked out and our fortunes made. What do you say we meet again in 20 years? "I get you. A reunion." "Exactly. No matter who we are or what we're doing or how far we have to come, 20 years from tonight, let's meet right here at Big Joe Brady's restaurant." "It's a deal. I'll see you then, pal." "It sounds pretty interesting. Seems like a long time between meetings, though. Did you hear from your friend ever since you left?" "Well, yes. For a time we wrote letters, but after a year or two we lost track of each other. So after a year or two we stopped. But I know Jimmy will meet me here, if he's still alive." "A man of his word, huh?" "Definitely. He was the truest, staunchest chap that ever lived. He'll never forget. I came 1,000 miles to stand in this door tonight, and it's worth it, if my old partner turns up."
Bob takes a diamond-studded watch from his pocket.
"It's 3 minutes to 10. It was exactly 10 o'clock when we parted here at the restaurant door." "Did pretty well in the West, didn't you?" "You bet. I hope Jimmy has done half as well. He was kind of a plodder, though. Good fellow that he was. I had to compete with some of the sharpest wits to get my fortune." "I'll be on my way. Hope your friend comes around all right. Are you going to give him until 10 o'clock, then head out?" "I should say not. I'll wait for him at least until 10:30. Maybe longer. So long, officer." "Good night, sir."
There is now a fine cold drizzle falling, and the wind has risen from its uncertain puffs into a steady blow. At the door of the hardware store, the man who has come 1,000 miles to fill an appointment with a friend of his youth stands waiting for his friend. About 20 minutes he waits, and then a tall man in a long overcoat with collar turned up to his ears hurries across from the opposite side of the street. He goes directly to the waiting man.
"Is that you, Bob?" "Is that you, Jimmy Wells?" "Bless my heart. It's Bob, sure as fate. I was certain I'd find you here if you were still alive." Well, the restaurant's gone, Bob. I wish it had lasted, so we could have had another dinner there. How has the West treated you, old man?" "Bully. It has given me everything I asked for. You've changed lots, Jimmy. I never thought you were so tall." "Oh, I grew a bit after I was 20.
At the corner is a drugstore, brilliantly lit with electric lights. When they come into this glare, each of them turns simultaneously to gaze upon the other's face. The man from the West stops suddenly and releases the other's arm.
"Hold on. You're not Jimmy Wells. 20 years is a long time, but it's not long enough to turn a man's nose from a Roman to a pug." It can be long enough to turn a good man into a bad one. You've been under arrest for the past 10 minutes, Silky Bob. The Chicago Police Department thought you might be heading our way. They sent us a message saying they wanted a little chat with you. Going quietly, are you? I'll come quietly. But how did you know where to find me? Here's a note I was asked to hand to you. You can read it before I take you to the station. It's from Patrolman Wells.
Bob reads the note.
I was at the appointed place on time. When you struck the match, I recognized your face from a wanted poster sent from Chicago. I didn't want to arrest you myself, so I went around and got a plainclothes detective to act as your friend after 20 years. Jimmy.